searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome everybody uh, to what might possibly be my last stream ever. Maybe. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. I gotta make sure that I'm able to do this. If I can do this stream, if I can do this stream without losing it, without breaking down, I know that I've passed that threshold, that I'm able to have that control over my emotions where it's not always gonna be how I was. I'm not gonna lie, things have been very stressful and whatever, but that's life, right? Hey Tanya, Team Bandit, what's up, man? Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. It was long. It was long, but you'll understand why. You'll understand why. It's all important. It's all important. Um, uh, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. I mean, for nobody would a stream like this be easy, but I am going to try to keep and refrain from you know completely breaking down. If and I feel like if I can get through this uh, in a very you know easy flowing way, then then I think I'll be able to handle I'll be able to handle myself a lot more on streams. Although, not gonna lie, it's not easy. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm okay. First of all, just so everybody understands, uh, health wise, mentally, we're on track. We're doing great. Um, settling things, and just as far as like a lot of things that I've been, putting back on track, they will be almost completely back on track pretty soon. So I am not in any real bad place. Truth is, I prepared myself for a lot of the stuff that came, and really this time around wasn't caught off guard, and did a lot of like responsible things that kept me from completely drowning. Not to mention help from people that you wouldn't expect. So, given that, me perfectly fine. I'm gonna be okay, and uh, moving forward after this, I hope that I can I can be a lot more of a stable person. Yeah, but so uh, what makes this difficult? And it's something that I've talked about since I started my channel. Again, I've said it. It's for some reason uh, something that just follows me. Tragedy is something that just follows me. Maybe I'm being over dramatic about it. Maybe I'm not the only one. And you hear stories about people like Izzy from F3, and then I mean just combat veterans and people who live out on the streets. You hear so much. People go through a lot. People go through a lot, and it's easy. It's easy to like to tell yourself, hey, uh, this is my lot in life, right? Um, but it's not like that. It's not like that. It just feels that way. Um, it feels that way. A lot of close people that I know have passed, and at the start of this month, um, I was going through it, having a hard time, um, trying to get my stuff in order, and somewhere in between that, um, I what some people may call say turn probably like wasn't supposed to be on the internet at the time. Looked like I wasn't I wasn't holding on to my facilities, just not all the way here. And you may wonder why. It wasn't for a lot of the things people thought of. I mean, it may seem that way. I know that I would play up to those things. Um, to be honest, coming on and acting a fool was actually easier for me. It distracted me from the reality. It really did. There was a reality looming that was so difficult to face. Um, but of course, when you're holding out, uh, you're waiting for news. You're holding out for hope, and you're hoping for the best. Obviously, this didn't go for the best, but here goes it. If you saw my live stream thumbnail, you saw a young lady there. That young lady would kill me if she saw her face on any of my thumbnails. Lucky for me, I wouldn't have to deal with that. Or unlucky for me, if I wish I never had to be able to do a thumbnail for her. About 2 weeks ago, when stuff was going down, I started calling some of my closer friends to help me out. She is probably one of the closest friends I got, and she has been there for me many times. Now, last year when I was not doing great, she wasn't doing great, but she offered me a place to stay where she could. She did what she could when she could. The last time we talked, she was doing much better. Her career was taking off, and basically she said, "Hey, man, guess what? If you need me again, like you did last year, you let me know and I'll be there for you." I was like, "Whoa." I was like, "Thanks." She was like, "No, no, no, dude." She was like, I'll be there." This is the friendship that I had with her. This is the type of friendship that I had with her. Her name is Grisel Segura. I met her after my small stint in jail. It's funny because when I just came out, I didn't know what I was going to do. So it was the first time I ever had to take welfare benefits. It's weird, but I had to. I had nowhere to go. I had no, there was no way I could get a job. I didn't know what I was going to do next. And I met her on like a volunteer thing that you had to do for food stamps. Well, I should say it's for people who have able bodies and receive food stamps. So I met her at this like site. She she didn't do no jail time or anything, but she was serving, I guess, some sort of sentence. We talked or whatever, and just like anything else, you meet a friend, you meet someone. Oh, sure, thank you, BB. I'm glad you came around. I hope you can come back and check this one out. I'm asking people to come back and check this one out because I'm really gauging how I can handle going through this live stream in comparison to like how because this is not an easy stream for me. But if I feel like if I can make it through this stream without really melting down, then I know that I got it. I know that I've I've entered a kind of mental toughness that I know I can stick around a little longer. So thank you for stopping by. But I hope you can come back and see this. Um, so where was I at? Right. So you meet somebody. You meet a new friend, and I met a new friend that day. Um, she was just a ball of energy. Uh, Grisel at that time was full of optimism. She was the looking forward to everything. Uh, but she was like somebody who didn't know much about the the type of worth she had. She she had just got out of a very abusive relationship. She was a drug abuser, and she wanted to change her life, and so she was in the start of it. few months in, few months of sobriety, uh, was looking to change her life, thinking, like it's new day for her. That's when I met her. That was way back in 2009, 2010, and we stayed close. We stayed close. We're friends. We've been friends since. Um, we went from hanging out like every other weekend to hanging out almost every day to having a small fallout, a small period of time where you like, yeah, we didn't talk, and I could still feel that, to double dating, to just sharing many moments together. Till um, she got bad with me. She always pushed me. She always pushed me. And I always pushed her. And so when things were rough with her, it was tough for both of us. She wanted so much to push me in the right direction. She was always there for me though. So up until that point, um, we had not really been apart for more than, I would say, maybe like a month, 2 months. Probably 2 months, probably like the most. But we always saw each other. We always hung out. We knew everything, about relationships, about everything. Like it's just, best friend type shit. Um, it's also kind of fitting that I'm doing this today, in that it's Gay Pride Month. She was a very proud lesbian. Um, so we we shared a lot of things, and when I decided to come over here, it was rough. It was tough for her. She knew that it was a decision I was making for myself, so she encouraged it. She was behind it. I know that it was tough for her not to be able to come and hang out with me when she was fighting with her girlfriend. I know that it was tough not being able to call me up and just be like, let's go, have a drink and stuff like that. She was getting adjusted to it. She even told me that she was kind of proud of herself one time because she went a week without wondering whether or not she should send a text. And so we moved on, and everything came down. And and I and I was just looking for a little bit of support. I called. I called her house. I'm sorry. I called her cell phone, and I didn't get an answer. It was frustrating, but of course, you don't think of anything bad. You think of, maybe she's busy. You gotta call back, or just call her back. One day, 2 day passes. Call her again. No answer. I figured, well, maybe she got a new number. Maybe she got a new number. Thank you, Frank. So I said, well, typical Grisel. Always losing phones, breaking phones. Something that it was a staple of our friendship that I always had the same number and she always had different numbers because she could not keep a phone to save her life. If it wasn't some lover that she upset, it was because she just couldn't hold her liquor and she was clumsy and just dropped her phone all the time. Cracked screens were a thing. And so I thought, here we go. She must have messed up her phone again. Let me do what I always did. Go look for her on the socials. I don't really get on my socials anymore. I don't I don't do Facebook or hardly anything anymore. I just don't get on them. Um I it's not really for anything but I mean it's just to keep in contact with certain people. I'm pretty sure everybody does that now. I don't think anybody does the posting and all that stuff anymore. So the only reason why I use my socials is usually just to keep in contact with a couple family members, a couple close friends, and to get Grisel's new number. So I go like I always did, and two things were always sure throughout this whole time. Two things. One thing, one thing was whenever I went to Facebook, whenever I went to Facebook and logged in to my messenger, two things were always sure. Number one, that one message from my mom from like 2015 that I never checked because my mom got Facebook and I told her, Mom, I'm not talking to you on Facebook. I got your number. And it's always there and it's always highlighted red. And the other thing that is a consistent thing when I get on that messenger is that little green dot beside Grisel's name. She was online on that Facebook, logged in almost all the time, ready to give out her new number or to tell people why you couldn't contact her that day. It was funny. And so I did what I always did. I went to the messenger. The green dot wasn't on. That's that's when I knew. That's when I knew something was off. That's when I knew that something was off. I knew something wasn't fucking right. The panic, the worry, everything got elevated. At that point, I just wanted to know what was going on. So I sent her a message on Facebook hoping that she would answer. I sent messages to her relatives that I hope were still talking to her for someone to give me an answer about something. I called her favorite nephew, got him all worked up, and so it began a week, 2 week search of her that was just, you know, difficult. Um, we called to send people to her, apartment. Her mom hadn't seen her. Um, it was absolutely just impossible for me to focus on anything else. But but I just I didn't want to sink myself in thinking about it. I tried my best to distract myself. I was doing everything. I was doing everything to try to distract myself. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy trying hard not to just want to tell people what I was going through. Um, because it it was. I was like, if I'm over here worried, if I'm over here, hey Dulce, thank you for showing up. I thought to myself, hey, if I'm over here worried, if I'm over here, you know, putting on, and this girl is, she like just decided to take a bender out to fucking TJ, and she comes back within 3 4 days, and now I'm looking like such a fool. I knew better. I fucking knew better. I knew it wasn't that. I was literally trying to not face a reality that was gonna hit me. I knew it because you know it. When it's your people's, you know it. When you have a best friend, for damn near, for damn near 14 years, and you spend a bunch of time with them, you know when something is really off. And I knew it. And I didn't want to face it. So I didn't want to put it out there. I said a lot of dumb things. I did a lot of weird actions. But I did it so I can just keep myself out of it, keep myself out of that thought process. Every time, every time I thought about it, I wasn't here. And and I wanted to. I wanted to go. I wanted to go to California. Everything, everything in my body just wanted to run over there. But I knew it didn't matter. I knew that no matter what effort I would put in, it was too late. I knew it. I knew it. So I decided to hold back, not let anybody know about my worry, and hope for the best. Although the worry was eating me up. It was eating me up. I've been controlling and working so hard to get myself in this place where I don't let simple emotions get me into these anxiety riddled, frenzies where I pick up this energy that puts me in a state of panic attack mode. And I was getting so good at it that I thought I was able to push it down and like I couldn't. It 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 pushed me so hard one day, and I said a lot of dumb things that I regret. But it it just got to me. It got to me. I don't. It's not an excuse for stupid shit that I said. It's not an excuse, but it really fucking put me in a state of mind that I should not have been on the internet. But to be honest, I wasn't in reality either. I wasn't here. People saw it in me. And that's when I realized, I'm just sitting here waiting for news, and I can't live like that. I have to get out of this and just move on. You haven't heard anything, so maybe everything's gonna be okay. And so I started doing what I had to do, trying to distract myself with work, but again, like I said, my mind would just be there until until this Sunday. Until this Sunday. This Sunday, I got the news that it was confirmed that my that my friend, the last 14 years, was found dead. She was found dead in a dealer's apartment. She was overdosed. Now that was It was what I was waiting for. It's the thing that had me in the mud, that had my mind cloudy, that had me in a state that just wasn't me. When I got that news, as dreadful as it was, as devastating as it was, and as devastating as it still is, it was the thing I needed to hear. I really wish that it would have been that she was on a bender, that she decided to shut off her phone and carry on and then come back to when her vacation was over. Thanks, Frank. I hoped it was that, but it wasn't, and I knew it. I knew it. So, so when that news came, I knew that that was that was it. That was the end. I took a day off from everything. I went to I went to a went to a small park and took out our pictures. And I mourned my friend. After that, I came back. I came back to the place that I've been staying at. I came back to the place I've been sleeping. I came back and saw my surroundings. And I realized something. I realized that I wasn't focused and I wasn't here. And I wasn't myself. Because when I looked around, I didn't recognize place and things that I was doing where I was living at. I was completely lost because I needed to know what happened to my friend. And I found out now that that thought, that feeling has been lifted. And although my heart is crushed, I see what other people have been telling me, that I haven't been here. And I haven't been who I know I can be. I wish, I wish that she could have been there when I needed her, and I could have caught the first bus to California and took her up on her offer. But that's not how things went. I'm sure that if she could have done everything over again, she probably would have been helping me right now. But it just didn't pan out that way. But I know one thing. I know one thing. Griselle would not approve of me consistently feeling sorry for myself and holding my head down. She wouldn't, she would never allow me to wallow and be this devastated person. She would not allow it. In many ways, when I was in California, she was a lot of my boldness because she had the Napoleon complex. Uh, Thank you, Lucy. My roommate. Again, I have the fortune of having good, real people in my life. Um, I just like I've dealt with a lot of hardship. I've been I've been blessed to have good people, and my roommate, he has a heart, so he hears me and he thinks we need to have a talk or something. I'm like, no, I'm actually having a talk, so it's cool. Good guy. Thank you, everybody. But again, I needed to know that I could do this. I needed to know that I could talk about something as devastating as losing one of my best friends, one of my closest friends, and keep it together. I needed to know that I could do this because these things, all these things that have transpired this year, have been so much about me wanting not to be anything more than better than I was the day before. Being a better person, wanting to do better. And a lot of the times, a lot of the times when I would find out things about myself that I didn't know were things that were hurting me or things that I was doing to myself, I took a lot of time to feel sorry for myself. And I really wish that I could take some of that time back because I think I wasted a lot of time. And it took the loss of one of the most one of the most influential people in my life. A person who would push me and push me and push me. And it was our thing. We never allowed ourselves to wallow. We would pick each other up. I realized that the mistake I had made, hey Lisa, I realized that the mistake I made more than anything was allowing my friend to try not to contact me because I was over here. She should have contacted me and I should have let her. But there it is. Like I said, that was the difference between us. She she never wanted to be presumed as weak. She never wanted people to think that it was possible for her to shed a tear. I was getting too comfortable in it. I'm not going to say it wasn't part of my growth because it was. But people go through things. People have hard lives. People have drama. People go through shit. I went through a lot of shit. And the one thing that inspired Grizel about me, and she would tell me all the time, was that I kept going. And somewhere along the way of trying to figure out what I wanted to be, I lost that part of me, that drive to keep going. Losing her, having to go through my memory and remember a lot of things that we went through, reminded me of that. It reminded me of that. And so I told myself that I don't want to do it anymore. I want to put myself out here as an honest person, and I want to put myself out here as someone that's trustworthy, but I don't want to break down, and I don't want to be weak anymore. And so I told myself that when I did this stream in honor of my friend Grisel Segura, I will not break down. I hope I hope that I'm able to make her proud in this moment. I hope that I hope that she understands that it's not easy. It's not easy when we're talking about, you know, I'm pretty sure she would be devastated as well. Tables would turn. But I'm going to take the things that I've learned, the things that I've become since I've been working on myself. And I'm not going to run away from the things that the people who were close to me said were special. Instead, I'm going to combine everything. I'm going to be strong and I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to be conscious and I'm going to be self aware. And I will right my wrongs. Thanks, Victor. Grisel, she never allowed me to ever feel sorry for myself. And I can hear her voice. I can hear her little tough, scratchy voice. Just, I will honor her by being the person that she always thought I was. No more weakness. No, Dulce, my mind doesn't have to be occupied anymore. I see things clearly in front of me. I see everything is become simple again because the hardest part is over. I don't have to worry. I don't have to wonder. The mystery's over. Grisel Segura, my friend of 14 years, has passed. I probably won't ever have such a unique friend in my life. But if I had to take one attribute from her, and like I said, the one thing that I'm going to carry with me, and the thing that I'm going to use to push through and complete all of the things that I want for myself, is her toughness, man. She was so tough. She just kept going. I'm gonna keep going, Grisel. I didn't think I was ready for it, but here I am. Here I am having this dream that I didn't think. Shoot, if you guys want to see contrast, go back to my streams when I talked about my dead cat. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see the difference. I really wish that I would have learned this lesson without this devastation. But I say again, we all go through shit. Everybody in life is going through shit. We all have our hardships. We all have our drama. No one is worse than the other. You take what life hits you with and you keep going. In honor of Grisel Segura, I'm going to keep going. So, this is the last. Hopefully, this will be the last of the emotional shit because I don't want to put on anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to come on here and show this much of myself. Although it'll be there. It's not that I'm ashamed of it. I just don't want to make it my thing. You guys and everybody else comes here just like I do. We come to be distracted. We come to have fun. I know what I have to do to fix things in my life, and I will be there. But this right here is for the good times. It's for us to open our minds, to talk about shit, to laugh at locals. That's what I'm here to do. So, rest in peace. So, rest in peace. I'll never forget. I'll never forget how tough you were. I'll never forget how down you were. I'll never forget how much fun I had with you. And I will do my best in honor of your memory to be that guy that would make your day by saying some outlandish joke, by being silly, by being honest, by being a good friend. I love you, Griselle. And just like just like every devastating person that I've lost, I'm not gonna forget you. My mind is still open to the thought that maybe someday there will be a place where we all will meet. I hope you were right. I made it. And I thank everybody for showing up. I thank you all for showing up. Everybody that's here. This is going to be considered for me her funeral, her wake, however you want to put it. So I thank everybody that's been here. And this will mark the end of my emotional breakdown. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be always on a sarcastic tip or that I'm going to mock anybody who breaks down on camera. But I will say, anybody out there who is going through something devastating, no matter what it is, if you are in a place where the internet, where being on social media is not for you at that moment, take the time to take care of yourself. Get away from it. You have every right to be on here, but you also have every right to be healthy. If you're too emotional to get on streams, don't do it. Go touch grass. Go find somebody. This is what I've learned. This is the lesson that I've learned. And I hope people understand, you know, sometimes, yeah. Oh, yes, Lisa. Okay, so before and before I do, before we get into the next part, I'd just like to, if everybody can, I know that it might be difficult depending on where you're at. Um, just to transition from the somber to the panel. If everybody could just observe a moment of silence for my friend Grisel. Um, she she passed at the age of 32. So I want to observe 32 seconds of silence. Okay, 32 seconds of silence. So I'll drop the link, Lisa. But if everybody can just give me that, and we could transition to a panel. Uh, thank you. Rest in peace, Grisel Segura. Okay. Okay, Lisa. I dropped the link. You can go ahead and hit it if you want. Um, uh, now, now from this point forward, we could go ahead and transition and conversate about anything. If there's anybody who wants to join the panel, wants to come up and talk to me for a second or whatever, or if you just want to share a story, whatever, please be my guest. It's an open panel for anybody to come in. Uh, you know, keep the trolling to a minimum right now. It's not really that type of environment. But if you want to have fun, it's okay with me. Here we are.
Uh,
Hi, Lisa.
Eddie, I wanted to cheer you up.
And so you did. And so you did. Here you are. And so you did.
Yeah. Can you hear me okay, though?
I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're here.
What have you been doing today?
Well, preparing for this stream more than anything. Like I said, remember when I did my last stream. See, I've been one thing that everybody should know is that you know, I've been holding this from everybody. I haven't really talked about it. I did talk about when uh when she was when she was missing or presumed to be missing. I wasn't really like trying to tell people that I'm in this like worried state or anything like that. I was really keeping a lot of those things to myself because I really did not want to focus on them because I knew you know I knew the worst. I knew that the worst had to be true because you know your friend, right? You know your people. You know how they are. You know all the things that they do, especially after a long time. You understand how they operate.
Yeah.
So when she wasn't answering her phone, and like after I went through all the different like
It was it.
degrees of
If you don't mind me asking, was it recent?
yeah, well
I mean,
uh
I don't know. I mean, that's why I was asking.
oh yes, it's very recent, very recent. It she was missing from about the start of May, from like about the start of May, and I have been dealing with that emotion, that
Yeah,
anxiety of not um
not knowing.
not having her around for that time. Give me 1 second. I got a phone call.
Yeah, go ahead. Dolce Betty Dee Dee the band. I can't see the chat. No, no, no. And I know. Let me look. Let me look.
What are
Yeah,
you looking for?
I was looking for the chat comments on my iPad while I was waiting.
Ah,
You okay now? I mean, but that I don't need to get off, do I? Dolce isn't.
no.
She's in the house. But yeah, I didn't hear, when you're talking out there to people. I mean, I just popped in. And,
Only 1%.
Well,
so I didn't know. And I was kind of getting a little concerned, thinking, what did his parents
oh no, no,
terrible.
no, no, no. I was just in my mode. It's just like my roommate's come in here a few times already. Like at
Uh,
first kind of concerned. He's like, hey man, they called you from work. You should call back or whatever. Like he's like.
well,
So
was she murdered?
no, unfortunately, they say that she overdosed.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly
Right, right.
uh, what because uh, if she was in if she did how would you say
You don't have to
so-
tell.
she had a history of being on and off drugs, and the last time I talked to her, she was sober, but like we were
Yeah.
like we've been going through a lot, like, and so she and she never made hadn't made gave me any indication that she wasn't sober, that she wasn't okay like that until like I know that she's always been a drinker. Like, that's one thing that she has not never given up is the alcohol. But apparently the overdose was had to be some kind of narcotic. But I'm not privy to those details because
Yeah, yeah.
her mom's not even privy
Well,
to those details.
yeah, I wouldn't want you to tell me the details,
Yeah, no, I mean
but I
it's
just
it,
know because I didn't know if it was a parent, a sibling, or what.
yeah, no,
You were,
this is why this what makes this like so tough, like in the sense of like like getting information, is that um she like her she's got an estranged family, like they're really split. And like when I started, like I'm the one who really started making waves, like as far as like where is she, because uh her family on the other side, of course, they don't talk or nothing, right? And I had to get her nephew to call her mom. Once they got into contact, there was more moving parts, right? There was
right,
more
right, right.
moving, and so yeah, it was like nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew what was happening. People were like looking for her, and then it just got around. I guess somebody in the neighborhood who last saw her said, "Oh, she went with this guy," and apparently that guy had been missing too. The other guy that he had mentioned, and when that family, got connected with her family, they're like, "Well, they could have only gone one place," and so they went there to go find them, and sure enough, they were there, and
Wow.
uh, yeah. So yeah, and then like I said, I just got the news. Uh, I said, I think I said Sunday. I think I meant Saturday. I'm not sure. Like it. You know, time
Yeah.
is moving slow.
Well, you were. Didn't you come see me live last night on Facebook?
Yeah. And
You were
this is what
fine.
I've been.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. And this is exactly what I'm telling you, is that like I know that I haven't passed with flying colors, as far as like like trying to like hold back emotion and not letting like certain anxiety get to me or whatever about
Yeah.
this situation. But I think there was uh more anxiety when I wasn't sure of what had happened,
Mm.
because it's a mixture of being full of dread and full of hope, right? uh you got a feeling of like maybe things are good, or maybe this is the worst, so
Mhm.
I think that in between is harder to deal with on a day to day than it is knowing that she's already passed, right?
Right.
It's it's not good. It feels, like it feels bad.
Yeah.
I feel horrible about it, but I can move on. I
Well,
can, I
that's
can, I
nice
can
what you did. I mean, and
Mhm.
did a moment of silence.
Probably.
Touching.
It's the
I
least.
know.
Like I wish that I could like go to her services or whatever, but hey,
That.
those are my life choices. Those are my life choices that have put me in the situation where I can't be there.
Yeah.
Right.
Um,
So you can be
so
in your heart and the spirit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
don't
yeah,
yourself for that either, okay? So
yeah,
we're going through hard already enough, with our daily life, and just that right now. I know that breaks your heart, but just know that you're with her, and that's all it matters, and she knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. I am, like I said, I have been dealing with this, but I have, you know, when when I first like got the news, like maybe like a day or two after, I was like gonna live stream. I remember I was thinking about doing that, and then I took a step back and I was just like, do I really want to do this? And at that moment, like I had a bunch of like anxiety and things going
Mhm.
on with me.
Mm.
Just like everything was just like I was like basically like at the precipice of just like of losing my mind and just like going bonkers, right?
Right.
Mhm.
And so it took it took some you know it took some really just like hunkering down and like being critical of myself and then allowing myself to really just like
Have that
see
time to breathe.
yeah and then just trying to just like try to keep busy trying to distract yourself but really
Yeah.
the thing about it is that like nothing distracts you more than like bullshit on the internet
Yeah.
like so
Very.
it was it was like I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be, like online with with the shit. But
Yeah.
at the same time, without it, too many thoughts, too many
Yeah.
things, And so I was like, you know what? I kind of, in some ways, leaned into the bullshit in order to keep myself distracted, but try to keep like a personal stake out of it. Like,
Yeah.
like it just like, and
Well.
I feel like I feel like able to push through, like I feel like that I've emotionally grown. Uh, I've been dealing with that because I I, I had a therapist right up until like it's my situation is messed up because I was able to have a therapist for like the last like 4 months and then I can't have him no more because of job situations or whatever. But within that 4 months, that therapist gave me
Motherfuckers. Oh, go
yeah.
ahead.
But the thing is that like I did discover like a lot of things that like I didn't realize I was doing that were like that they were kind of harmful to myself. And now I do feel a lot better now that I've kind of like touched like I've opened up to those emotions and stuff like that. But
Mm.
at the same time I do realize that like I was allowing myself to get to get into the feeling of feeling sorry for myself too much. You know what I mean? Like I'm like okay, you can take time and realize that there's things that you've been through and maybe you should focus on it and see how it what it did to you or whatever and explore it or whatever, right? But at the same time you can't make that like or the whole part of your life. It's not the whole part of your life. You've been living life, like even with those things. So before you even had a chance to think about those things, you were living life normal. So why stop now? Like why take so much time to give these things like so much air when you know
Yeah.
you could take the time to like you could take your therapy time, your hours, your 45 minutes, whatever it is, and give it time then and then just keep going like and that was the thing is that I was losing myself in these just like these emotional things that I didn't really ever deal with and honestly mostly because like you when you when you grow up around the people that I grew up with, it's like you don't do that. You don't have time for that. You got the bills got to get paid. You got to put food on the table, stuff like that. So there's no time. There's no time to really get into that stuff. Um, which like it's a give and take. Some of it is good, some of it's bad. But I'm hoping to get
Right.
the good part. the good parts of everything that I've learned and put it all together.
Yeah. And you're still a baby, I believe.
Oh, stop it, Lisa. Yeah, well,
Eat
hey,
up.
hey, and you know what, Lisa? It's people like you. It's people like you. People like other other very ball busting women that I've met here
Mhm.
that really give me like little little you know it gives me that yeah, yeah, yeah. It gives me that it gives me that reminder of my friend, because that's she was that for me.
Aw.
She was, yeah. And so, like, yeah, like I said, I did this to kind of like put it out there that, you know what, it's it I've had this in the back of my head, and it was really
Yeah.
slowing down. It was eating me up.
You're gonna
I
feel better. You got it off your chest. I guarantee you.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I actually like. I actually felt. I've been feeling a lot better. For like these past couple of days, especially because like I said, I've got through the grieving. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, 100%,
I
100%.
call that shock. Oh,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
release everything.
I
Yeah.
think. And then now that you're starting the grieving process, you may be through it, but
Hmm.
yeah. It's like I
not
said, the
easy. It's horrible,
it's
but
wrong. That
you
that
can do it.
that 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 emotional grip when
Yeah.
you're thinking like like what's gonna like it and I can only imagine when it's like somebody's kids. You know what I mean? Like when like somebody has lost somebody like like their kid or something. It's like there's this like it's like maybe they will come back, maybe they won't, and then it's like what's happening to them, and I was like just like. I think somewhere along, like in the after that first week, I was really kind of like fucking like in a spiral because I kept thinking of the worst possible things that could be happening to her, and I was like, you
Not
can't
knowing
think
scares
that.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you can't think that way, whatever, and then you're upset, you're frustrated, and
Mhm.
he, and
Mhm.
I was just like I said, I was just doing my best to go to day without really, but it was so noticeable. It was so noticeable in the way I was
But it's
acting, in
very
the way.
valid, though. It's very valid that you feel like that because not knowing and your mind is going 1,000 miles per hour, just overwhelming what could if you could, you know. But
Yeah,
just know that
My opinion,
the
Miss
cycle of life.
Betty down here is truth on top of truth.
Thank you.
And believe it or not, on YouTube, she has a heart.
I do.
You know,
There's just some people that I'm like,
I mean,
X.
she's normal. I mean, she's not a quack or anything. I didn't know if I know you know that probably, but I just want to vouch.
yeah.
Betty
Hang
can.
on one second. Hey, I'm getting that call from work. I'll be right back. Can you ladies just hold it down for like 2 minutes, real quick?
Yeah,
Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
How are you, Lisa?
good. How are you?
You good? Good. Just getting up and checking everything, but a lot of people put their things.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I can't say. I mean, I had to do it. I had to do it.
yep, yep, yep.
Once it was off my chest, and I realized,
Mm-hmm.
I felt so much better.
Yep. I went
But
out and they called me and they're like, "Oh, COVID did a life,
oh
bring back
yeah,
to Lisa."
no, no, no.
Lisa, I've been holding this for a minute, like a good minute.
Yeah,
And I
tell
haven't
me.
said everything, but to be honest, I
No,
see how he treat
I
people.
mean, I couldn't hear everything you were saying on panel last night.
Right.
To COVID, I didn't even have. I had no idea.
I hate that he put people and you have to choose. I hate when they do that because we shouldn't have to choose. We came here on our own.
Yes.
So for him to put people like in that corner And
I can't believe he did that.
hmm there's one girl that she came to me and asked me, saying what he was doing to her, right?
Right.
And she was up there on the panel supporting him and all this, but every time she would say something, he would cut her off. He didn't
Well,
know that me and him we had a thing.
yeah,
So
I
you're
didn't
right.
know until this all went down, but I don't know what thing means. But yeah, he
And
caught
he,
that
he will
term.
well because we were talking online, dating online, but it wasn't
Oh, okay, okay. Now I'm with you.
nothing more than that, nothing more than
Okay,
that.
yeah, I
He
get,
was
but yeah,
supposed to come out to Cali, but I kept that break because just knowing, what concerned me when he was too much questions from my kids, especially my daughter, and then making me feel uncomfortable.
ooh, that would make me feel uncomfortable.
And
That's
my
normal.
son was like, "Mom, that's weird that he's always, asking for her," and things like that start bothering. So I start pulling myself away from him slowly,
Yeah, mother knows. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Our instinct kick in, girl.
They do. I'm
So
just surprised because he, what I've witnessed of COVID is him coming coming up and talking on panel, and
mm-hmm.
he came from Huck's, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, he totally just, trying to keep the shit from the shit. At least, when I met COVID, I don't know COVID.
It wasn't sincere when
I
he
don't
came to
even
your
do just
panel
so.
because
I
when
didn't
when
know.
you and Huck were going,
Yeah,
I still came on both sides, and
yeah.
me and him were talking at that time already.
Okay, there it
And
is.
I remember he told me, Lisa's mad at me," and I said, "Why she's mad at you?" And
No.
he's like, "Why? How you got in there?" I'm like, "Because she thinks I'm in Huck's, camp." But I let her know, nobody runs my stuff.
Yeah,
But he didn't know how to get in your side because he's like, well, I did say to Lisa, I take screenshots to Huck and back and forth. I say that's where you fucked up. You
yeah,
know, you got inserted in that mess. I don't know why you. I get it. You trying to like help your friend in a way, but to be honest, that never helped. That never,
yeah,
survive in any situation because sooner or later that person's gonna throw you under the table. So that's why I don't like to take no one's camp.
yeah,
If I'm gonna, I can save myself only, you know. And
yeah.
so
But
I
you
let
got
him
the
know.
first red flag, if there's a red flag to get. Now, I'm not sure. Uh, I may take it a certain way. You might take it a certain way, but he might have meant it a certain way.
Right, but
You
don't.
right? Or
I don't want you to him put you to that corner and you have to choose because you shouldn't have to choose.
yeah, I'm not.
He's,
I don't think he will.
uh,
Uh, Asmar. I mean, I've known Asmar for probably at least 4 years. When he
same. Yeah.
first started. Uh,
I really don't know much about Ismar. I just know that he dated Steph and when he was,
few
doing
years
the
ago,
panels.
till
That's
they proved to me they're
mhm.
jackasses.
Of course they are. Boy.
Well, you know, I'm a triple. Maybe they proved it to me over and over. Um, um, but yeah, I mean, COVID. A lot of people say he's never done nothing to me, or this person's never done nothing to me. Well, even Huck, even though I speak to Huck and may go on Huck's panel, me and Huck will never ever be able to be friends. There's no way either one of us would ever trust each other. You can't have them relationships, in my opinion.
Right. And you're
Uh,
entitled to your opinion. I mean,
you, you know,
yeah.
uh, I just, I think it's ridiculous. Unless y'all live close enough that you could meet,
Mm-hmm.
maybe see if you like each other or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Chuck; he flew half across the world to be with a woman, and it didn't work out. You know,
Right. Well, everybody has their own, thing, I guess.
yeah, it's crazy, but I do feel bad that Asmar came up and did his little rant. And
Well, I
well,
think
you know,
tension because I guess him and Rose has you can tell that's where
yeah,
it
oh
started.
yeah, Rose don't like Asmar. Asmar don't like Rose.
Yeah, I feel that tension there with
The
these
whole
two.
thing too.
I really wish ASMR and her can
Yeah,
get it out there, just because it sucks that we're on your panel and I'm trying to enjoy all of you guys
yeah,
and
me
you can
too.
feel these two at the same time and like somebody have to like just let it go.
Need a voice of reason. Yes,
Hmm. Hmm.
I need that voice. Where's Betty at?
I mean, there's no need to, go at each other's throat when you can
No,
talk.
they did that on Crafty's. Good God, they were.
I know. I felt sad when Crafty tried to like stop COVID for a minute, and he's like, "You don't control me." I got that shit recorded. I'm like, "Damn, dude, relax."
Yeah,
She was just trying
he
to
gets
be,
pissed. But now, can I ask you this?
Mhm.
Because somebody I was talking to, it wasn't Rose, Kimball's. I was
Mhm.
Kimball's, and I was like, um, I don't know, fucking train of thought. Talking to Kimball's, and she mentioned, would you just say? So,
Well, he controls her, in a way, because he's
oh
like,
yeah,
"You don't tell me." And then I'm like, "Well, she wasn't trying to tell you to shut up. She was just trying to tell you, let him get his point across, basically, so we can hear both stands. What is
yeah,
it?
yeah,
But he took it like, shut up. It's like,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
she was just trying to
yeah,
mediate.
yeah, yeah.
Right. But you cannot do that apparently because you're not a good friend enough if you don't stop the other person. And I'm like, wait, when we came here on the YouTube, we didn't sign no fucking contract saying we have to stay with this person, choose this person. None
That's
of
what
that.
I don't get either. I don't
I
get.
don't like that, Lisa. I don't like when you have to choose. I don't like that.
I don't like it.
I,
And there's no team. I don't want to be on a
me
team.
neither. I don't fit in nobody's camp if you want to know the truth because of the way I think.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to because the minute that I do, then I have to bow with you, even if I don't like it. And then it makes
I
me a
bet.
slip of yours.
Yeah.
And then the minute I don't do what you want, then you turn around on me. You
No,
get it? So why the fuck would I co-sign
Black
something?
Rose, she's kind of giving me a little hard time. But
Well, then I think it's just you guys have to sit down and talk about, you know what, this is what's going on. This is what I want on my family.
she's one of those that likes to pick sides,
Mm.
and I'm not as in touch with her. I talk to her quite a bit, but off YouTube.
I think she's looking for your best interest. It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah.
she just
I
needs to
believe
understand
that
we don't have
wholeheartedly.
sides.
Even
Yeah.
if she's pissed at me, I'd still want her to be, in my
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Because she ain't gonna hold back nothing.
And well, it's good,
Bitch, boy.
But on the YouTube side, yeah, there's no sides. I mean, if you want to be in the water, you cannot have no sides. I get it. There's, everybody's camp, but it doesn't work well,
But
even for them.
I don't even like to give it this much thought.
Yeah.
Really, I just
Mhm.
want to come on here and get a nice little crowd that's funny and have a good time, cracking up, whatever we're doing.
Like I dig when you're bringing GRA the 2 hours that she can see. I think that's fucking hilarious.
Uh-huh.
I'm like 2 hours.
Are you back?
What did you guys do to my show?
Been in a roller coaster.
People are so confused right now, Yuri. They don't know what to do.
Mhm.
They're like, who are these old ladies? What's going on here?
I don't know about Betty. You're making you might just not be right about that.
Mhm.
I can't. For some reason, my chat has not reloaded. I can't see if anybody's in the chat. I'm sorry. I forgot that if I want to make a phone call, I'm on my phone.
Yeah, just forget about us. That's where you go in.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Having a
this.
good conversation with Betty.
Oh, you having a good conversation?
Yeah, let's have one.
Okay, let's have one.
You think the rain
So
group
What do you think
on?
of the panel of yesterday, Jerry?
I thought that was nuts. I thought that panel was nuts. But I still don't know what all of that was about. See, sometimes I go into Lisa's, right? And most of the time it happens with Abe, right? Or Reaper, or
Uh-huh.
Reaper's the other one. But no, most of the time it's like I come in and it's just like blah 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 blah, and it's like is somebody's taking the role of the nonstop talker, right? Either it's Abe or right, and it's like and they're like
Yeah.
oh yeah, so what are you gonna say now? What do you say? And it's like what is going on? Tell me the whole story. What ignited this? Where is the spark? Right?
It's hard
Right.
to
And
say because
oh, oh, hang on,
Abe,
hang on, hang on.
God, are you okay, Jerry? Oh, he'll be
He
back.
forgot about us again a little bit.
It's okay.
But where were we? We were. I just would prefer the people to come by or do whatever they do in chat. I'm more about the people in the chat. I want to be. I don't
Mm-hmm.
about sharing or stalking anybody or studying. My study days is over. It's with Huck, and if she flubs up, she flubs up. That's on her. Who's to say I won't say something about it?
Right.
Be in her favor, and I've told her that Kelly does Kelly, I'll do me. It
That's
just has that bad. There's nothing further than the YouTube, and I don't even really care to associate with her on YouTube. But I mean, I know how to be a grown up adult,
that's all that matters. You know that we know how
and
to.
I feel like I dogged her out long enough. She
Mhm.
big deal.
Okay, sorry about that. It's because they,
Oh
they, they,
no,
they call me right back from work right now. That's why. And
unforgivable.
yeah. No, they were just we're just crossing our T's and dotting our I's. That's all.
Mhm.
But yeah, yeah. So what was okay? So um, is it COVID? That's his name, COVID, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
COVID.
Okay, so he's been harassing he's been harassing women.
Okay, so I knew if I went up there, I knew he was gonna come out of the woodwork because I know he's always
Yep.
stalking whatever I'm doing. And if you notice, Lisa, on your shut,
Hmm.
I'm that bitch that I'll fucking and I'll let you know when I'm around you. Okay.
Hmm.
And then I'll say screenshot this because I know he's seeing this. I know he's watching this. He always says, people send me this. No, it's him. He's always around. Okay. He's
Right.
very invested. Even if I haven't blocked, I have a lot of his, people on his community blocked just so I don't have to see their pettiness. I can care less, right?
Yeah.
So I saw ASMR on your panel, and I'm like, he's showing his video, all this stuff, and I'm like, well, let me jump in. But when I saw him coming, I knew he was just waiting for me to go to your panel because I won't click his link on his channel. So what he does, he came to your channel. I'm like, but you're not gonna fucking let me look like stupid saying that I'm delusional, jealous, because that's what he's saying.
Right. Right.
And then I think he said, I never cam up or something like that. So
You
that's
can't.
a lie.
You cam up.
I know, but that's what he was portraying, right?
Oh.
And that girl Lufa, I was hearing her, and I'm like, wait, so you have done this multiple times, not just one time, multiple times. You know, it just tells me that he's the kind of guy that he's looking for info, and then as soon as he
Yeah.
discards you, the next one, and they just keep going the cycle of life. And I'm like, but it always itching me that when Lufa said about her daughter, and I'm like, when she said, I think her daughter said something about he lives in Canada or something like that, as she
Yeah.
put out to the mom, and I'm like, even the daughter was involved, and it's funny because I felt the same thing with my daughter.
Wow. That was wild.
Not saying that he said things like to her, but he's always concerned about her. A lot of time when we wouldn't stop talking, he like, oh, well, I hope she's okay. I hope she's, say hi to her, this and that. Always bringing her. And my son, like, it's kind of, shady, mom, that he's so, why he don't ask about us, the boys?
Oh, good question.
That bothered my son, that bothered my son. He's like, isn't that says a lot about that man, mom. That says a lot about him. And he's only, 16 at that time.
Mm.
So, anyways, that's what happened with here.
How long have you known him?
Him like maybe what, year and a half, 2 years. Yeah.
Mm.
I seen him like in Hux and maybe in somebody else, but to be honest, I never even like put attention to him. He's the one who reached out to me on one of his videos that I comment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the first day that I clicked the link on his Discord, the first day he gave me manager mod and like all this fucking roles, like
Yeah.
and he got mad because I told him that one of my friends said, and made a bet if I could talk to him, and I said, that's easy, and ever since then he hold that grudge on me, oh, she's with the UPK, with We the People, with the Drama Dome family, the AC, the Bird, all this, theories he has. You get me?
Yes.
That's they want to know. Now I look back and I'm like, that's all you want to know? Who I know, what I know about them. That's all,
That's where it is.
So you think
Yes.
you think that he plays the part just to get like info off of people. So like
Yes.
it's not
Yes.
it's not
1000%.
it's not really like creeper stuff. It's like it's more or less like he's doing like as my friends at F3 would say, he's doing gay ops.
Mm-hmm. Listen, if I come sighted on him, like what he did with Blue Eyes, we're on panel, right? But as we talking, he's dropping him to Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes one of my best friend back then. And listen, even if we fall off, I'll tell you something. I will never turn on her, okay? I will never fucking do shit and do something like that just to fucking please. No. Because Blue Eyes know all these years, she doesn't even know why we fall off, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even, I never even gave her that closure. But I never fucking even treat her like crap or anything neither.
Yeah.
When they're dragging her, I'm in there for sure. They're not gonna drag my girl. I don't give a fuck who they are. Okay? Because I still have love for her.
Yeah.
Okay? That was my friend at one point. Okay? So I'm not gonna let them bash her. I don't give a fuck what they say.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. That, you know
That's
what?
how loyal I am. But I know where to fucking draw the
That's
line.
quality she's got.
Now,
No,
Colter,
no,
on the other side, he knew, and I had a hint that, not hint, but something was telling me that the machinist account was her, because a lot of things I would say to her, and it's funny because I don't know where this machinist would come, and I'm like, I would question it, and that's when I pulled from her. That's why I told you she never knew why I removed from her. She just never got that, from me. Hey Betty, why we fall out? She doesn't even know to this day. But now that COVID put that hint in there, you know what? Because he's gonna put that, that just in case you can. I'll put the hint there, and you clean up the mess, Betty. That's exactly what he's doing. And you know what? You're not gonna use my name to fucking smear the campaign, fucking asshole.
And
Okay.
what made him mad at you exactly? I know you done told it.
Because I don't click the link. Isn't it funny, Lisa? On your panel, it played off the first day. I went on. Actually, he was on your panel that day. He said something. We have to go back and look at that panel. But that was the first argument, me and him. The first argument with D-Bam. And GRE was up there, remember? That was our first panel, all three of us together up there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so in that panel, he says something about money. That one or the second one, but I know it started there. He said that I call him out, that I was talking about him. No, he, one day prior to that day on Flying Monkey, he then say, hey, COVID. And out of nowhere, I right away, my instinct, because I know how he is, very like, he gets fucking paranoid. I'm like, hey, just so you know, if my girl says anything, don't put that shit on me, you
Yeah.
know? But and from there, girl, we went roller coaster. Like, fuck you, you don't wish well on my dad, all this bullshit, right? I'm like, well, fuck you, you know? That's why he always said, when I said it in your panel, Lisa, you just use me for information. Because that's how I felt. That what it was. Just information. It wasn't no like lovey ducky shit. No.
Right. I know what you're saying.
It
Well,
was getting me comfortable to open up to him, and me thinking, that's
yeah.
my partner. I'm gonna open up to him, because that's what you do.
Yeah.
But later on, when I start feeling a little bit more, and he was got too closely on information that in my family, but he would never open about his side, and that's where I question a lot of the stuff. I'm opening here. My family's talking to him. My kids are talking to him, but I don't know anything about
I'd be
him.
very uncomfortable.
Right.
No,
And
no. When you say he was talking to your kids, like, do you mean that like
like
individually
not
or?
like no. Listen, a lot of times I will be getting ready because we have this restaurant in LA, so I will get ready, and as I'm fixing myself, I have the speaker on, right? And my kids will come in and barge in, hey mom, can I use this? Or like typical kids,
Yeah.
All right. My kids will come in the bathroom, or if I'm in my room, hey mom, can I ask you this? And then he's like, who's that? And I'll say, well, is this one? Is that one? And he'll like, let me say hi to them. And I'm like, hey, say hi. So I will pass the phone, and he will say, but my son, when I used to have the FaceTime, when we used to see face to face on the camera,
experiment.
he goes,
trying to.
your son is very rude because he doesn't even say hi. Well, my son didn't fucking feel comfortable, hearing him, first of all. You know why?
Right.
Because they have that theory that I always tell them, don't talk to stranger line and this and that. But there I am, me putting myself out there like so he does feel uncomfortable me talking to a random guy. You get me?
Yeah.
So,
Right, yeah, and what the fuck, dude? Like, like just because the kid pops in or whatever doesn't give you fucking like
but
you
then
can't
he
just.
tells me, Jerry, that I should supposed to teach my son etiquette to say hi to people, especially older people, meaning him. And I'm like, no, listen. I always tell I hate when they say, "Oh, you gotta respect your elders." I hate that shit. I don't believe in that. I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh shit!
I
you
don't.
you you
Respect,
you
my kids will give back respect. If you teach my kids like shit, my kids gonna teach you right the same the way you would ask for them to be.
Yeah, my grandpa who like he taught me a lot of like those lessons or whatever, like like listen to your elders and stuff like that. But he would always clarify, you know what I mean? Like he'll be like he'll be like, listen, if you see me and I'm talking to somebody like that's of my age, and you see that I'm like either friends with them or show them respect, then you show them respect, because obviously like like I have the right mindset to show you that this person is respectful, right? But if you see me and I'm not being respectful towards somebody, then you're okay, trust me. There's a reason why I'm talking to this person the way that I am, or that I treat them the way I am, is because they've done something, or they're not like respectful people or whatever. So my grandpa was always about the you earn respect, you don't just give it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm the same way. I'm sorry. I don't have that mentality. You respect your elders. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I've seen so many. That's why people get fucking left and right, walk all over because people like that mentality. I just can't,
Poor
I
girls,
put my
poor
hand,
girls.
pinch my back of my ears. And my mom said to respect her, but the same thing, the fucking woman was fucking pinching my ears every time. And my mom wanted me to respect her. I'm like, and I told my mom one day, do you want me to respect somebody? And I showed her my scar. I'm like, this is what she does. And she's like, why you didn't say it louder? I said, because you always told me to respect my elderly. So I couldn't even tell you because you would get mad. You would think I'm making it up. But finally, I just had the courage to tell my mom. I was like 11 or 12 when I said this to her. So, now with my kids, I just, whatever I feel is right. I'm like, you know what? They give you respect, you give respect back, period. There's no question if it's older, if it's young, I don't care.
Yeah.
Just same way,
So there's four girls speaking out. Like I said, my thing is that, like, okay, so then he's like he's just like one of these people that pretends to be like a little like, oh, I want to be with you or whatever, either to extract
Yes,
information or
yes, yes,
but
yes.
and never for anything other than some kind of gain of some kind. Like it's not he doesn't get anything, like he doesn't get stalkerish or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
He
Well,
does get stalkerish.
I don't know. I really don't. I just know with me, whatever I'm doing, Jerry, he knows. What do you call that?
Oh, so he knows like your movements.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Then yeah, he is stalking you.
So why you think I put screenshot this, screenshot that? Everywhere I go, you'll see that I put a lot of that, but it's because I know he's watching. And his excuses, they send it to me. They email me. This bullshit. It's him. Isn't it funny? On Lisa, he was saying, I'm leaving, I'm out. I'm not, he rage quit 2 times.
Yeah,
But then in chat was running his mouth. He was out, 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 out. But then he was running his mouth. What did
yeah,
that
but
say about him?
Asmar, I think, is why. You know,
No, he was addressing me.
yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Well, and I can tell you this. It when it comes to like sneaky, like sneaky people or whatever. Um, if you know for a fact that they have one sub account, it's kind of like roaches. Like, like if you see one, there's millions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you know that he's travels around in a sock account here or there, there's more than one sock account.
Of course, of course, of course. So you know what I did? So he don't have no excuses. I block all his, people that follows him, like a lot of the people that I know that not that I care for, I'll
Yeah,
block them, like the Just Me, the Baby Girl. I know they're hearing, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, so I block them. They just don't want to see their opinion because I know they're gonna go back and forth and they're gonna use me as collateral. I'm sorry, I'm not the one. I'm not the one.
I hear that a lot, though. I hear that a lot. People saying that's gonna be, or this person's gonna be collateral damage because I'm
Mm-hmm.
going after this person or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and and that I don't understand. Like, and
Okay, so
also,
let me tell you something. Like right now, that the example that I gave you from Blue Eyes. So, what was his intention when that I confided on him? That I confided on him. Why he throw that out there? What do you think for?
oh,
he was hurt.
oh, okay, okay, I
Why?
see.
I don't know. I
That
mean,
was weaponizing. Anything that I confide on him, he's weaponizing.
oh yeah, yeah.
You say
He'll do
this,
that.
Betty, you shut the fuck up because I'm gonna throw this. Remember, you said this about her. Remember, that's what he's doing. Basically, that's how he's taking it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Look at
that's
that.
how
Mm.
that's how I feel he's taking it.
Yeah.
You don't dare say nothing, Betty, because I'm gonna fucking throw your shit out there. All right. Now another thing he did. One of the screenshots. It's not a big deal, but you know what? He started, so you know what? I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get to do fucking slap over here, fucking idiot. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm not the one.
that's one of the things that like I really don't like about certain people, how they do that kind of shit. Like they want to act like, like, oh, I'm gonna, like I'm gonna expose somebody, I'm gonna call somebody out or whatever, right? But it's like they'll only call people out, like when it's a convenient time, and it's like, dude, like if you're really about that, like it doesn't matter, like what time, what place, what date, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that you feel needs to be called out because it's either like bad behavior, or say something that's, that looks toxic, or something that looks dangerous, right? Uh, you say it. You just bring it out, right? Like why wait till the moment is advantageous for you
You
before
know
you say
why?
it?
I'll tell you something. The reason I was quiet for a good minute, I was just waiting. You know how you do? You lead the dog leash and you let it see how far they can run with that leash. That's what I'm doing. Just see how far he
Wow.
will. I'm very calculated, bitch. I'm telling you. I'm very
Oh,
calculated,
I'm
bitch.
with you.
Don't fuck with me
With
and
you.
try your fucking leash really close to you. Because once you let that shit loose, I'm sorry, all bets are off. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. I don't give a shit about your fucking opinion, your feeties. I don't give a shit. You fucking started with this shit with me. Now you're gonna fucking hold on that shit and real tightly.
Mm.
Well, that
I,
this is
Very fucking, and I let him fucking slide when he saw that I was throwing shit. No, no, no. It didn't start it like that. And then he weaponized Rick Crew, whatever I said to him about Rick, he weaponized that. I don't appreciate that shit.
that's
And it's not
true.
like it's a secret because Rick knows it's true. But regardless, you don't fucking weaponize shit so I come fight with me. And you're not gonna
well,
fucking put me here to fucking point a an example, idiot.
Right.
Because
well,
later you want to look like the good one. You see, Betty, I protected you. Fuck you. When
Yeah.
the fuck did I ask you to protect me? First of all, idiot. All these years I've been handling myself. Since when I need a motherfucker like you, bitch, crying, defending me, idiot. That's all you do, spurge and cry. The minute the bitches don't bow down to you. Are you fucking kidding me? You think I want you to defend me? For a reason I pulled back. I see how creepy you were. You couldn't take no fuck. And a lot of times I say, you're doing this a lot. You're overdoing it. He used to get, but he's so insecure of GD, Rada, ASMR, Nathan. I mean, the list go on and on and on.
Mm.
But it's funny. It's all men's the insecurities though.
Yeah.
Now I see you weaponizing Ruru when that girl back then in my time.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, girl, he had a lot of shit of her, and then I got those shits from him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and now I see him telling ASMR, "Oh my god, you were using her for this and this and that." I'm like, wait, that's not what I remember in our fucking DMs.
Yep.
No.
There is what you remember.
But you weaponizing my shit, right? All right. How about if I throw the same shit back to you? And now he's fucking spurging. The Lufa said about her daughter. Now I'm gonna fucking throw it back. How about that? See, don't do that shit to me. Don't fucking throw me and think I'm gonna be quiet.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be quiet either. I don't.
Just
yeah.
like, how much
Yeah.
time you gonna take?
But that's why, look, that's why me I always say, like, I never like to like get into it with women. It's not a misogynistic thing or anything like that. It's just that like, I don't know how to, I'm not good with all the like, sneaky backwards things. I'm a doofus, right? If you come and like, like talk to me or whatever, like even just a little bit sweet, I'm like, cool, like, hey, like someone's interested in me, you know what I mean? Like I don't have that kind of like tact or whatever. So I know women are better at that stuff because just growing up around women, I know that they're better at it. So I just, like, I just rather not get into it. So most of the time, whenever I get into it with a woman, I rather just, you know what, if I cross the line somewhere where I did something that I deserve some consequences, I'll take them and hit me on the head and let's move on. You know what I mean? Because if I even try to get into the weeds, I know I'm gonna lose. I know I'm gonna lose. That's why I said, like, dude, like you. I told when I spoke in Spanish that day on Lisa's panel, I basically sent a message to him like, dude, you messed up.
You messed
You
up.
know, like
You fucked up.
you,
Yeah.
you fucked up. Just
Yeah,
own it.
Gary, I
Forget
gotta
about
take
it.
this call. I will holler at y'all later.
Take care, Lisa.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Betty.
No
Thanks.
problem. So that's what it gets me, fucking pissed that he's throwing all this, thing, but that I cannot say nothing, because according to him, I'm fucking up his reputation with all these girls, I'm like, wait, but the girls, they're hearing you dragging me. I know, I'll give them that. They don't know who the fuck he's talking about. But still,
Well,
me being a
what?
woman to a woman, when I hear Lufa, like, listen, back then I used to see all the girls there, like fucking hypocrite as fuck. Oh my God, Lufa, we love you, this and that. We wish you well, hope you get better, this and that. And I don't, as soon as she fall off with him, All of them, like cockroaches, disappear. All of them. Isn't
Mm.
that fucked up?
Yeah. Well, it sucks. It sucks. I mean, and the thing is that I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Like, like with the way you are with your friends, because I kind of carry the same thing. I don't know how to like I don't know how to like be say carry a grudge, right? So if things happened or whatever, where like whatever, we're not talking for a minute or whatever, right? That doesn't mean that like I still don't got your back no more. You know what I mean? At least not in my book.
So,
It just means that we're not cool like talking right now, but it doesn't mean that I still don't have your back.
so
And
all
that's
this started, Jerry, because when my girl, that's my bestie, D-Man, she called him out. Somehow he wanted me to say, hey, don't do that. The fuck out of here, D-Man. You don't. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. It's like
right.
defending him. I'm like, wait, since when do I owe you anything? First of all, and why do I
Mm,
have to fucking talk on your behalf? The fuck?
yeah.
I don't
Like
see
why
you
why am I
on
why am I your lawyer? Why am I your lawyer?
my. I just found out, a hypocrite from his side. I'm like, no. So he told me the only one that said something was TOS. Another girl. She's pretty cool too. But
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry. I give respect to the people that give me back respect. Okay, I told you I'm that mentality. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. I don't give a
Right.
shit if you think you're good people. A real good people wouldn't have to say it out there. Let me tell you something. People will see right through
Yeah.
it. Okay, they
Yeah.
don't need that your validation. Okay,
Right.
but that's what you want, your validation. I don't play like that. I don't give a fuck what you gotta say. Your excuses. And if you say like, hey, you're doing this, you're doing that, and he takes it like you're insulting him when you just giving him the con- you know constructive criticism so he don't look stupid, but he takes that like somehow you're embarrassing him. I'm like, all right, dude, look stupid then. you know when he does those spurge minute that he screamed for a minute, oh my god, he gets on a rant. Fuck, if I knew that was
Oh
him, never in my mind would fucking talk to a crazy ass like him. No way.
yeah.
Está loco, güey.
Well, that's why yesterday I was like, El Chisme, I need it. But yeah, hey, the only reason why I also wanted to clarify at that panel is for one reason, and that's that, like there has people need to make the distinction of like certain behaviors and stuff like that, because once you get labeled something, right? Once you get labeled like you know a pedo or all these other, like these you know what I mean? Like once you get labeled, that once you get put in that corner, it's really hard to shake that kind of reputation. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's like if he is being like like a stalker or whatever, hey, call him out. You know what I mean? If that's the behavior that he's showing, if he's showing that like that kind of behavior, like like show it, like bring it out. You don't want anybody to be in danger because of him. But
Right.
if
So
if,
if
if,
we
it,
go
if
by
it,
that mentality, let's be honest. If we go by that mentality, Jerry, this is what happened. So, and it perfect that you bring this out, because if we call that out right away without even knowing, this is what happens. So back then, this mouse guys, the people didn't know exactly if he was or not. But in order to fucking find out the information, you have to fucking get that person comfortable. Okay. So little by little, that person will start giving information of themselves, you know? And that's what you let the rope, like I said, let it loose and let them little by little, you get the closer the rope. So you can, the more closer it is, the more, the information. Well, that's how they find out about this mouse guy when he was a fucking pedophile, you know? They
mm,
wouldn't know, but at that time, a lot of people in chat were going there. And this guy, Krivitz, take that like you were there supporting him. This is not. No, 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 no. Because before that, how will you guys know? thanks to this one person that bring it out. You
Right.
cannot put everybody in that category because back then all those people didn't even know. Now he's saying those people supported this one. It's like bullshit. But then he was one of them too at one point. So I'm like,
Mm.
nah, he's too goody gander. You get me? Everything that he does is so perfect. He's calling out this one. He's calling out that one. It's bullshit. You don't call no one. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I see. I see what you're saying. I don't like again. This to me, it's like it seems like he's moving around, like like trying to like get in between, like uh, women and everything, and kind of moving, like with gossip and stuff like that. It's
Yeah.
that's only gonna come back to bite him in the ass, right? Because it's like if you're dealing in that kind of way, you're going to be dealing with people who deal in that kind of way as well. So it's like anything that he thinks he's saving, they're saving, and eventually it's all going to catch up to him because nothing's ever going to look good. See, I realized this, like like if you get into it, right, and you start going in a back and forth, just a regular back and forth, right? If somebody comes in, say in the middle of it, right, like no matter whether you're in the right or the wrong, right? If they come in the middle of it at a certain point, when you say something that makes you look like you're in the wrong, to that person you're in the wrong for the rest of that argument, like for the rest of whatever the shit that's going on. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's like they came in right at that moment when you were doing the shit, when you were saying the shit that seemed like you were wrong. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's why get into all of that? Look, if it's between you and another person, hey, you want to fix it, do you want to hash this out, or nah, you don't. Okay, well then just like if you don't, well then all right, then leave or whatever. And as long as that person doesn't like continue talking about you and you don't continue talking about them, then it dies, right? But if it's fucking just a thing where fucking like like, oh, I'm gonna hold this information until I can use it or whatever, then it's never gonna die, and then you have to deal with it over and over and over again. That,
And I'm the one who's like, I wish you well. Wish you well, and we can move on. No, no biggie. No hard feelings. But when that Rick shit went down on Lisa and him bringing me up in
yeah,
there, I'm like, no. See, that's the thing. I try to move on. You didn't. You didn't. Now he's like, well, your girl over there. I'm like, I cannot control nobody. Okay, can only control myself. Period. So I'm not gonna get blamed for people's shit neither. I ain't no fucking
yeah,
Captain Hook, you know. Now
yeah,
the only thing I
yeah.
can say is people do get mad because people see what he's doing, but not that they want to get involved. Fuck no, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, at some point, like once it gets to the point where it's like you can't hide the mess, people want to see the mess, right? That's what I always say. It's like I don't like to be the one in the mess, right? But if I can catch one, if I can see something like
You want to be
transpiring.
part of it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. That shit's entertaining. I remember somebody getting upset with me because I said that their channel is like it's messy, and I was like that wasn't an insult towards you. I said the channel gets messy because she invites so many people on there that it gets messy. People get crazy, right?
Right?
So it's fun.
They lost.
Yeah, and so I meant it in the sense that like she's Jerry Springer, and everything that's happening in the Jerry Springer show is happening around her. I didn't mean
Right.
that she was the mess. And she took that the wrong way. And so that's what I mean. It's like sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's cool to catch it or whatever when it happens. But I definitely don't want to be in it. Like I don't. I'd rather not. But that's what I mean. That's why like I don't like I can. One thing's for sure. If you decide to get on panels, if you decide to fucking become a creator right here, like you're gonna have to have thick skin. You're gonna have to be able to laugh at yourself, right? Because no matter what, there's gonna be trolls. There's gonna be people who are gonna make fun of you,
Mhm.
right? 100%. So like if you don't have that, then just don't do nothing. Don't panel. Don't do nothing, right? don't get involved because then it's gonna devastate you.
True. How did he want us to move on if he fucking keep bringing fucking like things, over and
Hey,
over?
Tanya, I just saw you. I'm sorry. How long were you there?
What was that?
Um,
Tanya.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Am I echoing or are you echoing? Because I might have to.
No. Do you have an echo? I don't have one. Do you have one, Dulce?
No, I hear fine.
Okay, all right. And I'm using earbuds. Like I never do this, so it's kind of weird. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to come up
You
and say
okay?
hey.
You okay? This is an open panel. Go ahead. Give us anything you want.
Hi, Ari, and hi, Betty. Can I call you
Hi.
that?
Yeah.
Hi.
How
All
are
right.
you?
Go back to. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm interrupting. I feel like you guys are in
No,
the
no,
middle
no.
of something.
It's
We're all
okay.
over.
It's fine.
We're all over. It's fine.
Are you all
Yeah.
over?
We're
Okay.
all over. We're not like a straight one,
We're,
We're like,
we're, we're in a happy we're in a happy mess right now, meaning that
yes.
it's not bad, but it is a mess. So go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'd been here at the beginning of your stream, and I was here for a good hour, and I was well, I don't know if you had kind of diverted from that topic, but I'm so sorry. You know,
It's fine. Yeah, no, thank you so much. I appreciate it. No worries. If you wanted to give me condolences, I appreciate it. I haven't.
absolutely. Oh
Yeah.
my
I have
God, go
not.
ahead.
I transitioned from the serious to this now, but that, like I said, I'm gonna take the the things that made my friend proud of me, and the things that she would say are my best qualities, meaning like being
Exactly.
strong and being able to move forward when things are tough. I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna be that person to honor her. So yeah, so that's why like I transitioned, and I like I said, I've given there was a lot more time in worrying whether like what happened to her. Like I
Hmm.
said before, that was probably like more gut wrenching, more hard on me than the actual news of her passing. Although of course I don't like it. I wish that she would be alive, but like it's at least it's closure. Like you get to move on now. Like I don't have to think about what could be happening, what might be happening. It's like it's over. Like so. I don't. Right now it's just about grieving her memory and thinking about like you know the good times and
Yeah, and I understand that you had moved on from that topic, but and I left and I came back. But can I just say that I thought it was a beautiful tribute to her. That's what I want to say because
oh
it was really like I was listening the whole time and I got emotion. So that's it. That's all I want to say.
I,
I'm
I,
not.
I
I gotta
appreciate
take these
that.
earbuds out. This is not working for me. No, I've never done this. These
You're
earbuds are
okay,
nuts.
Tanya.
I'm like everything is weird. I, but
Right, right. Well, hey, like I said, I did this number one to honor her, and number two to show that like I think that a good thing for me from now on is to I can accept that I have been out of touch with my with emotions, and out of touch with things that I need to be in tune with in order to be a better person. But at the same time, I got to remember that when I come here, and when people come here, they come here for distraction, for
mhm,
fun. You know what I mean? And you have to. I have
connection.
to remember. I have to remember that. So when I come here, I'm having fun, and not making this a place where like I'm doling out the
Mm,
therapy that's been given to me, because it gets exhausting, and I think for some people, it's something that they find refreshing. But I don't have the professional capacity to guide people through those emotions, and it's taxing on me as well. So I need to be more like careful about that. So that's why I'm like like I'm trying to show that this is going to be a transition where I'm not going to be that
mm.
like that sensitive person. When I'm here to talk about our topics, our issues, and have fun with it.
Amen. Well said. Mm. Well, Jerry, I'm gonna let you guys have to go get some groceries and do some
Oh
errands
God, bless the press. Everybody already
Betty,
sees it.
to cook
before
later
you
on.
go, where are you from, Betty? I just want to know before you go.
I'm from Cali.
Oh, okay. I'm in Minnesota. It was nice to meet you.
Same thing, girl. Hope we can, come over here in Panama and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure. Okay.
And
you
Jerry,
guys
stay
come along.
strong.
You're welcome.
Stay
Thank you.
strong,
No,
and keep your mind distracted. Um, Sometimes even helps, like making a garden for her or something, and
yeah,
even if you
hey,
can,
Yeah.
just have it in your heart. That's what it matters.
hey,
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Just make sure you do all the things that make the YouTube gods happy. You hit that like button. You sub, and then maybe like a day or two here, we can have a panel about other things and be more joyful.
Yes, for sure. Well, nice meeting you, Tanya, too.
You too, Betty.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right, Yuri. Is that what you want me to? I really just met you recently, so I need
Uh,
to like
You
what?
call
What
me.
do you want me to
You
call
call
you?
me. What you like, and then
No,
and
that's not. No, nope. No.
yes, you go ahead and call me what you like, and then if I feel like it's not too crazy, then we'll be cool with it. Don't worry about it.
All
It's
right.
cool.
Well, I'll just stick with what it says, and sounds like Yuri. Some people call you Jerry. I'll just stick with those two.
That's fine.
And then
I'm
if I
okay
feel
with
like
it.
calling you something else, like you'll hear about it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, hey, I'm comfortable. Like I said, I come here with the idea that I can laugh at myself just a little bit. So even if it is something silly, I can laugh at it.
Cool. Today what I'm gonna get. I'm not doing it here. I promise. I'm just on the beginning stages. I got a huge order of grocery liquors and smoke today, and I got a
Oh my
shitload of
God.
vodka. I'm gonna really rip into this vodka tonight.
Oh my God. How many hours is Tanya gonna be on stream today?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna stream. I might just harass people in their stream.
Oh my God.
It's okay. I'm not like harassing you, of course. You've been pretty cool the couple times I've
Yeah,
interacted with you.
thank
But
you.
I'm not
I'm
that person.
thankful.
I don't like to fight.
Yeah, no, maybe I really, I like to discuss things more than I like to like argue because in discussion, like sometimes you get to learn a little something, right? But
Hmm.
when it comes to arguments, what ends up happening is the thing that I just can't do. I can't ever do, which is once I've gone in a circle with you once, like
Yeah.
once we got to the point where I know that we're never gonna agree, or we're just always gonna be going around in circles, then really don't feel like doing that second circle again. Like I
Yeah.
just, you know, like I don't know.
No,
Some
if
people
anybody
love
wants
doing
to
that.
engage me in like some kind of argument, I just like say nope. And then it's up to them to I don't know, they can slander me all they like all over the damn land. And I have just no desire to defend myself. Like you do you if that's your thing right now and I don't know what I did to you except well, I've had a little problem with people not being able to handle rejection, if you know what I mean. But
Yeah, it seems that that's usually what stems a lot of like
I know. I
a lot
don't
of
know
bad
what I
feelings.
do.
Yeah, well, hey, I just say, I don't know, man. Like I just wish people could see like when there's people who want to be in the shit, like like the people who look for that, like and want to be in that, then play around with them. But then they should also like recognize when there's people who are just like, hey, like I'm not into this, like I'm not into this,
You
this
can say
like,
that, and I'm sorry if I'm not engaging with you, but I'm not because I don't like. I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna be not doing that, and if you get angry because like I think a lot of people, not a lot, too many on here, unfortunately. Just like any attention is good attention. If they can get your attention somehow, whether
yeah,
they're trying to talk to you and be your friend or what have you, or just slander you and I don't know, harass you and but would you that's still attention somehow. I don't know where I'm going with this. I think I am a little drunk on the vodka already. I hate to say it. I should probably not. I don't even know. I'm on earbuds. I can't hear myself. This is weird.
You sound great. You're fine.
All right. Well, anyway, tell me what. Oh, dude, I keep forgetting where people live. But I've only talked to you a couple. Let me guess. though. Texas? No. Just say yes. One of the
Close.
Carolinas.
Close. Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Fuck. I would never. Okay. Oklahoma. I don't know anybody from Oklahoma.
Neither do I.
Wait, you live there, right?
I just moved here. It's a long story, Lisa. I will catch you up.
Oh,
Or if you want, you can go
did you just
live
call
stream.
me a different name than Tanya?
Oh, yes, I did. I called you Lisa, right?
You called me Lisa. I heard you. It's okay.
Mhm. Well, Lisa just rolls off the tongue easier than Tanya. Tanya's like, like
Thanks.
for some
I'm
reason,
like, please, like, call me whatever, too. As long as
it's
you're
like
not calling me like a
it's a talk.
fucking. Well, I don't mean to swear. You allow swearing on here?
It's fine. It's
Okay. Of course you allow swearing.
swearing is a sign of intellect.
I think that like that's the biggest problem in the world today is profanity. Do you understand I'm being sarcastic right now? Because I think it's kind of
Uh,
dumb that people get a.
what?
I mean, harassment is
Sarcasm?
one thing, but if you say the word
Sarcasm on
"fuck,"
my stream, I'll have none of it. I have no sarcasm on my stream.
oh,
Never.
oh, never. Okay, all right. Well, that was just sarcasm. That was. Oh no, where'd you go? What
I'm right
happened?
here. I didn't go nowhere. I'm right
Oh, you
here.
just dropped out and like your avatar turned to like one of that like a
Like a circle?
yeah.
It's probably the internet just cutting in and out. It's okay.
You know what I call it outer space sorcery because I don't get it. I don't know how the hell we're talking to each other right now.
I'm not, and the truth is that I'm not even here.
Oh
I'm not
shit.
even here.
Well, am I the only one here then?
No, everybody. I want everybody to understand. If you could hear my voice, I'm just a figment of your imagination. I'm not even here.
I dig that. I ain't gonna vodka my face tonight. Jerry. God damn it! Just tell me what to call you.
No, I will not. I will not. That is your journey to go
All
on.
right, I'm gonna stick with Yuri then, because that's what your name is on the interwebs.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate any name you want to give me.
So what do you get? What time? Oh, you're in Oklahoma. You must be in my time zone, because like you're in the central, right? Like it's
Yeah,
3:30 for you.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
me too.
It's fun. It's good times.
Yeah, it's so great. I thought maybe you'd be in the future or some shit, but you're not.
Well, that's why I reserve one Australian to be my mod here, because the Australians tell me what's been going on in the future.
Yeah, they do, don't they? I know a couple of those. They're
Oh
something.
no! Don't tell me you got a problem with the Aussies now.
No, I don't have a problem with anybody. I
There
really
you go.
don't. I don't. And if they do, I don't know why. I don't do drama. I try to stay the fuck out of that shit. And I don't do shit. I go on my channel. If I do go live, you know what I do the whole time? Blather like a fucking idiot and just
Like you
get
do here.
drunk. What?
I said, like you do here. That's good. That's great.
Thank
I'm
you.
getting the comedy show for free over here now.
Oklahoma. I'm losing my voice right now because I'm just getting over a fucking cold. I probably sound a little nasally because of that, but I can't help it. I'm always
I
sick lately. I think
I can.
what? Do you have a
I
cold?
can.
When's the last time you were sick with a virus or bacterial infection?
Uh, I usually get one in the year. I haven't got my one for the year yet, and I'm dreading that because I don't like it when I get it in the cold months. But
Mm,
I'll usually get one good like cold or flu during the year. and it's usually like it usually hits me like really hard for like about 2 days. But
What? Only 2 days? Oh, you're lucky. Oh shit.
well, I don't. I mean, that's what I mean. Is like I rarely get like really sick. Like like I get the little sore throat, like
Me
little
too,
cough.
but I've been interacting with society more. That's the problem. I keep catching that shit from other people. So now I just gotta quarantine again and social distance.
I
Like
think maybe too much of
shelter.
that might be doing it. Maybe too much of that might be doing that. Maybe you need to maybe integrate into society a little bit more, and you might get some more immunity.
Oh well, no. This is it. I've always done that. This is my theory. This is one of my mottos. Exposure is the key to resistance. And I do believe that. You build up immunity. Exposure
Mhm.
is the key to resistance, but not always. I'm finding out. Yeah, especially lately. Now the avian flu made it here to Minnesota. It's killing a
Oh
bunch of our
no!
cows. And I'm like, damn, bah. Thought we were, yeah. Do you remember when
Hey!
COVID started and it was in China and we're like, oh, it's never gonna reach here. Oh, were we wrong? Oh my god.
Oh wow!
Uh,
We were terribly wrong about that stuff. I remember when they were first talking about it over there in China and everything, right? And
Wuhan, the wet
I
market.
was yeah, and I was listening to a radio station in El Salvador, and
Wow.
yeah, and the guy that was in that radio show talking
Uh,
about COVID,
uh,
I wish that I would have been recording that because that man predicted almost every single event that came after. Like
oh, he was like Confucius or some shit. He was like the
it was
Mayans.
I was like I
Even though
was on
their predictions have been wrong so far.
I was just amazed, and then somebody else had told me like well the reason why he put out so much information is because he in El Salvador, although like the government isn't like they're very involved with their communications, right? They don't
Uh,
care about United States affairs, right? So any information that he got, he was putting it out there. And it's like I'm all like,
so he
well,
wasn't censored at all, which is
yeah,
kind of
no, at all.
rare. Because we're,
I
I
literally,
mean, hella censored here in the United States.
yeah, I literally the only way I was able to hear him was because this other man who came with this special like satellite radio that he had. That's the only way he was able to pick up that broadcast because he had like a satellite type of radio that picked up really strong frequencies from far away, and that's why we were able to listen to that. And since, like I said, that man, they don't care about United States affairs. They get any information that they got, they were just putting it out there,
Well, why
and
would they? You know?
yeah, but what a great way for an American to get informed. Like get yourself a satellite radio and look for radio stations around the world and get yourself
All right,
informed on it.
I'm gonna do it. I'll fucking do it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get a
because
satellite.
I mean,
How much do they cost? Like what the fuck?
I don't know. I would have to find them and ask them again. But it makes sense to me because it's like over here, of course, they're
Because
gonna sugarcoat anything that's
inflation
gonna.
is fucking me right in my asshole. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it that graphically, but inflation is fucking everybody here in the U.S. You know what I'm
I
talking
think we're
about.
all feeling it. Yeah, I think
I'm
we're
like,
all
I can't
feeling it.
afford shit anymore. And then I
Ah,
just get like news every day, like we're increasing your bill for this and for that because blah blah, and I'm like,
yeah.
I can't. I'm like, well, the cost of
I think
living is
I
going
think I've
up and
had
up.
I think I've had that conversation so many times now. Like, hey, you remember when the soda was 50 cents? Oh yeah, I remember. Like I'm having that
You want to
conversation with
go back?
like,
I'm 49. I do remember. I remember when you could use a dime in a payphone, or you could buy a pack of cigarettes for $1.25.
oh wow, don't tell that to some
Well, I
people.
started smoking when I was 12, but back then, there
I
wasn't a
was
whole lot of oversight.
I was having a conversation with somebody when they were all like, I remember when cigarettes were like $4 and you could sell like the full pack for about $10 if you sell them at
Yes.
single. I'm like, wow, that is, yeah, that's
You
never
want to
gonna
know? Do you
happen.
want to know that like around the late 2000s? Well, when Obama, it had nothing to do with Obama. It was just like that's when you remember his 8 years as POTUS. I'm just like that's a time frame for me. I was prior to that, the price of cigarettes went up. They just fucking skyrocketed here in Minnesota, all over the U.S. So I went online and I started ordering cartons of cigarettes from the Ukraine.
Oh my
And
God.
yeah, it was it was dirt cheap, and they were
Specifically for the
American
Ukraine?
brands. They were just made in the Ukraine, and then
Specifically
that
for Ukraine, huh?
yeah, they delivered them right to your door. I was not the Ukrainians. I'm just saying they mail ordered them to you. I was like, what? And then that went away. But then I rolled my own now. I just said, oh, let me find a cheaper alternative. Roll them. I buy my own tobacco, and I don't roll my own.
I don't know. Are they even the same? If you roll them yourself, do you get like those do you get
Uh,
like the whole kit to roll them
no,
like with the
see,
filter and everything, or do you just roll them
you
like
buy you. They sell these like cartons of like tubes that have filters attached, and then you buy the tobacco separate, and you gotta put the tobacco into the tube on your own. Like you can buy machines to do that, or you can do it by hand. That's what I do. I never bought a machine, and it is fucking cheap so far, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that'll change.
that's the key, right? It's fucking cheap. You do everything because you want it to be fucking cheap. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but the only time I ever smoke is when I drink, and I mean, it's like it's so situational. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
if I don't get into an environment, which all I gotta do is go out to my patio and get online and start streaming and start drinking, and then I smoke. But if I'm not online, which are days and days on end, I don't touch liquor or smoke. It's completely I don't crave it at all. I'm just like
So
it's
is it your addiction to being online that drives the other addictions? Kind of like
that's why I'm calling it situational. It is definitely a connection to that. But that's my
you gotta
outlet when I'm in the mood, you know?
you gotta sell that computer, girl.
What you think I should get rid of my fucking computer and the internet? Oh my god, what would I do? I'll go
Well,
camping. I'll go
you
up to the
wouldn't-
North Shore. I'll go primitive camping and just stay up there. I'll turn into like
you
uh
know what? I'll write you like manuscripts and send them to you about what's going on the internet. So like that, you don't smoke or drink, okay?
oh no. I love smoking and drinking though. I don't want to ever stop doing this. What
Mhm.
great only when I'm here talking to good people like you. You're my
Oh,
favorite.
thank
Uh,
you. Thank
I
you.
love you. Uh,
No,
that's I didn't mean to belch in your face
it's
hole.
fine. It's
My
okay.
vodka is hitting me. I should probably go. I should probably go, and I will sit. I'll be in your side chat. I'm gonna listen to whatever the hell you're doing. Okay.
Well, no, I think I've had enough for today.
Well,
I
then I'll
simply
let you
want to.
sign off on your own, or well, I'll stay if you want to sign off while I'm here. But I can go so you can like wrap it
No,
up.
no, it's up to you. I'm not gonna be on much longer. I usually just say goodbye and catch you on the next one. I'm starting to get in the good habit of telling people when my next stream will be, so they can kind of look for it and understand when the next one's gonna be.
Well,
And
so far I like you, and I like talking to you, and I like listening to you. So
thank
yeah,
you.
will you be one of my new friends, please?
I thought we already were.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Well, just like I said, just do all the things that make the YouTube gods happy. Make sure you share my stream. Make sure you get people over here. I
Okay. I've never done that, but where do I do that? In like a community tab? I don't know. Like I'm
all,
on
all
a
you gotta
laptop. I don't know what the
All you
fuck
got,
people.
all you got to do, all you got to do to all the people that are listening, all you got to do is hit the share button. And when you hit the share button, if you have a channel on YouTube, just put create post, and then you're gonna
Okay.
get this.
Okay. I've
little
never seen the share button in my life because I've never looked for it. So this is new, and I'm very excited to find out more. Okay. I'm not telling you I don't want to. I do, but I've never. It might have been in front of my face this whole time. I never fucking. I never pushed that button. Okay.
Hey,
Share. Where do I
yeah.
do that? Like what do
Okay,
I
you
do?
see,
Like. If,
okay, you see on the videos when you got them little buttons that are right there.
Hey,
The,
yeah,
sh-
I gotta do it
the
through YouTube, right? Not StreamYard,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. But listen.
Okay.
The share button is the arrow button. The one that looks like it's doing like a little swoosh outside.
Yep, I've seen that. I've seen that motherfucker.
There you go. That's the one you want to click. You
Yeah,
want
where
to
do
click
I
that
see?
button.
Where on YouTube, right? Okay. All right. Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go live tonight. Well, actually, I gotta. What you're saying is that when you're live, if I share your stream out, that's how I do it. Like I could try right now as a test. So I gotta go to my channel. Like you're about to
No,
take
no.
off.
I
All
would,
right.
I
So
would like,
I
like
con.
I'm just saying, like, like if when you get a chance, if you're watching my stream now, later, or if you get a chance to come around my and you see a live that you really like, just go ahead and share it out. Just make sure that like
Hey, look
you
for that swooshy fucking arrow. Dude,
that
I get
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
know this is
exactly.
not a tutorial right now. I love you for it. I'm gonna
But
I'm gonna let
I'm
you
here
end this on your own because I want to listen to you. I want to listen to your outro. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Well, I appreciate it. And my outro is very simple because all I'm going to do is say goodbye. I thank everybody for showing up. I hope everybody has a nice weekend. I don't feel like I'm going to do anything for Saturday and Sunday. I'm probably gonna do a stream again until maybe Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna aim for Monday, but if not Tuesday for sure. And my next subject or the next thing that I want to get on is some of this generally specific stuff that I've been kind of like holding off on doing, and hopefully you guys come back for that. Again, my content's gonna be in and out with the F3 guys. Like as far as like
I
what
don't
they
mean I
call
don't
them.
mean to interrupt you, but I'm gonna go so I can listen to the rest of your outro. But I just want to say this before I go. You're always welcome. I get fuckered on over on my channel. You're always welcome up on my stream. All right. I just want you to know. I love when you panel because you were up there twice, and I remember those times. All right. Love you.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you, love you. Okay, so Tanya, she's so silly. Uh, so again, I'm gonna be sparing with the stolen valor stuff. I am trying to get it out there, trying to get the information out there, make sure that I give all the credit to the channels that are doing it. And when I do talk on it, I'm gonna be a little bit more not generally specific, but much more specific than that. And I'm gonna hopefully those will make sense within what I understand in my experiences. I'm really I really hoping that it drives different conversation and not the same thing that the F3 guys are doing because I want to have my own flavor to this. But I do admire what they're doing. They're doing a great job. Again, I can't say enough about those guys. They're awesome. And yeah, so uh, again, don't feel like I'm gonna do anything for the weekend. Uh, I'm aiming for Monday, but Tuesday will be the latest on the next stream. Thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. I will catch you guys on the next one. Please make sure you do all the YouTube God stuff that makes them happy. Hit the like button, share. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. It's cool. Any engagement is worth it. And please do not be shy. The comment section is open. Please give me anything you want to tell me. You guys want to criticize? You guys want to give me some, you guys want to leave something nice for my friend that passed away. If you want to, you know, give me some words of encouragement, or even tell me, like that I'm an asshole, whatever. The comment section is open. You can comment, and I don't I don't erase anything. If it's not there, it'll be there. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know now. I get a lot of this. You're censoring. I don't censor shit. If something is not appearing on my channel, it's not because I got rid of it. It's not because I deleted it. It is because something's going on with it with YouTube. Most of the time, when it comes to the streams, it's gonna be because of a copyright issue, and it's kind of funny like that. But whatever. They come and they go. But if all my streams are always open for you guys to look at, for you guys to remix, do whatever you want with them. I do not strike people. So if you guys want to use my streams for your own benefit, have fun with it, whatever, do whatever you want. It's cool. Just give me credit where credit is due, and we'll be good. So once again, thank you everybody for showing up. I hope everybody has a nice weekend. I appreciate everybody who was here and who stood here while I spoke about my friend. That was beautiful. I thank you so much for that. And don't take time to tell people that you care about them. Don't wait till it's too late. Make sure you let them know. Make sure you let them know ahead of time. Don't hold grudges. Life's too short. I'll see you guys in the next one.